Skylark Outdoors here, and today we're reviewing the Fall Line Roller Bag, which is a ski and snowboard travel bag. So I used this all year last year to travel with my skis. We're going to go through that review, but before I do that, I hope to see you on the mountain, and if I do, let's go skiing. Please subscribe and like this channel if you want to support us. So the Fall Line Roller Bag, it's 191 centimeters. I've skied or fit in 191 centimeter skis, so you get a little bit more length out of it than you would think because you can kind of point the skis in there. But I've already got a pair of skis in there, so I'm going to show you kind of like what that looks like. The ones I have in here are 177. So a lot of people will say, okay, you should go with a hard ski bag. I didn't have any damage to my skis with this bag because it kind of gets rigid once you stuff it full of stuff. So I was able to fit both one pair of skis and a snowboard in here. So if you're a couple and you're traveling to ski, you can fit a snowboard and skis, or you can fit two pairs of skis as well as the boots in here, no problem. So I was able to fit boots and skis in here, and you can see a boot goes in there just like that. And you can get everything in there. Now, I also loaded this up with all kinds of other stuff. So my ski gear, like my coat, my jacket, layers. I put socks in here. I put gloves in here. I put everything I needed to ski in here and had no problem with it, rather than putting that in my typical travel carry-on or bag. So plenty of room in there. You've got up here at the top a little pocket, like you can throw gloves or hats in there. That's kind of what I did. And another thing you should note is that it's got this padding, but this is also like almost like a cooler kind of material where it doesn't really get grungy or anything like that. So if something goes in here wet, no problems. This is very easy to dry out. It doesn't have any issues with getting like moldy or anything like that. I wouldn't leave something in there for like an entire season, but you certainly could travel with something that you needed to let dry off. And then really quality zippers. I mean, I loaded this thing up to the hilt. It was bulging everywhere and still no problem. And then it comes with this little kind of like gear organizer. I didn't know what this was for. Maybe you can put your boots in here or something like that. Maybe that's what it's for, or like just stuff you want to keep dry. And there's some little closures here, but no issues with that. So let's look at the other side of this. And I truly do think that this is just as good of an option as a hard case. I mean, skis are pretty durable and pretty strong. If you're going down a mountain, you're putting a lot of torque on everything, and the skis make it. So in terms of worrying about luggage handling, messing up something in here, I think that'd be pretty far and few between. That you'd have serious damage to your skis if you put them in a bag like this. And overall, this was way better than a hard tube because it's much easier to travel with in terms of carrying around the airport. You've got a nice handle right here, and it does just roll. You've got a nice handle down here as well. And then I'll show you kind of the rolling features of this. This might be hard, but really awesome rollers right here on the Fall Line Roller Ski Bag or Fall Line Roller Snowboard Bag. And then you've got some skid plates right here. So I would definitely travel internationally with this. I would travel cross country with this. I would travel wherever I want to go. And this one looks cool. There's all kinds of different logos and graphics you can get on it. But yeah, I'll be using this again to travel this year to go skiing. I just like how much you can fit in it. So you can fit two pairs of skis, two pair of boots, or one pair of skis and a snowboard, and then boots for both of those, as well as any of your other ski gear. I just shoved it in here, and that worked great. And that also adds some like protection. Once you have the skis in here, this thing actually feels pretty rigid because the skis kind of add some rigidity, but all that other stuff that you shove in here will also protect your skis. But like I said, I had no damage to the skis, traveling a couple times, throwing it on an airplane. And then actually great for once you get off the airplane, throwing it in whatever vehicle you have. If you get something with seats that fold down, you can throw this in there. But also if you need to take the skis out, this thing can go, like it can fold up pretty well. So it doesn't take up a whole bunch of room. And you can kind of position the skis and then still have the roller bag without taking up a whole bunch of space. Where with the tube stuff, you're kind of stuck with the tube a hard tube and the skis. So you kind of got to leave the skis in there and the tube, or you're taking up twice as much space. Whereas with the roller bag, once you get somewhere, and let's say you got a rental car, maybe you have a trunk in your rental car, you can put one side of the seat down, kind of position your skis maybe behind a passenger side seat or angular, and then you can fold this bag up. With a hard tube, you're going to have a much harder time traveling with the tube and the skis, just because you're going to find if you get a smaller rental car, it's hard to position everything to fit in there. So overall, I did a lot of research before I got this one. I do think there's two different lengths. I just went with the longer one because I usually ski longer skis. These are 186s that I skied with, and I think these are 185 or something like that. And then I've got some 191s right here that fit in there as well. So I think if you're going to get this, get the 191. And even if you don't have long skis, the ones that I have in here are 177s. That's just going to give you more room to pack stuff in here. Now, if you are traveling with this, you need to look at your airline regulations. In terms of getting the bag on, no problem, but some places will charge you more if you're over 75 pounds, so that's just something to watch out for. 2 skis, 2 boots. I was not over 75 pounds, but once you start loading up other things in there, like clothing, you definitely can get to that 75-pound limit. Some places don't care about that. They're not going to weigh your ski bag. Other places do, so that's just something to be aware of. But this thing has been awesome for carrying boots, skis, everything, and really organized. And with this, then I could just basically take one carry-on bag or like a backpack, and then the fall line roller bag, because I could fit so much clothing and all my ski gear in here that it was just a really nice compact way to travel and go skiing. And I felt really good about putting the skis in here and my boots and being able to get to the destination. And then it also just looks different than some of the other stuff out there. And yeah, it provides plenty of, there's padding in this. There's plenty of protection and padding in this. So overall, if you're looking for a ski bag, this is the one that I use. I've enjoyed it. I looked at both hard tubes versus ski bags, and I think that you're going to get more volume out of this. You're going to have more flexibility to fit boots and skis in this, boots and or a snowboard in this. And then another thing is, if you have like demo bindings, these are just tricks for if you're traveling with skis. If you have demo bindings, take the demo bindings off, and then like you're going to have even more space in your bag, because now you're trying to fit a flat thing. And the same thing goes with snowboards, is that you could take the bindings off your snowboard, and then that's just going to make everything sit flatter. So if you took off all the bindings and stuff on skis, you could probably fit, like let's say you got a family and you have 3 pairs of skis or 4 pairs of skis, you could probably fit a lot more skis in here if you take the bindings off, because that just adds so much height and just awkwardness for how they pack. And then throw these like in the top here or in the bottom of the bag, somewhere where they're not going to take up too much space, and you can pack them all together. So that's just a tip if you're traveling with a ski bag and multiple people and you're having issues fitting everything in there. Try taking off the snowboard bindings and try taking off the demo bindings. Don't take off permanently installed bindings, obviously, but demo bindings are meant to be adjusted, so that's no big deal there. And then, yeah, you can definitely fit your boots in there, skis, as well as whatever else you need for your ski trip. So I hope you enjoyed this review of the Fall Line Roller Ski Bag. It's been a great little piece of equipment for me, and I hope that it works for you. Please give us that thumbs up, subscribe, and click any links below if you want to support us.